right, hello everybody. Welcome to our last match of the day. This is our Hanover Horde taking on the Claws from Columbia, Maryland. So Battle of the Mason-Dixon, North versus South. Let's see how this goes. Our Horde is made up of Lantern, Pizza Freak, Weirdo, Hitscan, Kid MDK, and Milk My Sheep. So working on pulling everybody online now and getting set up with our friends from Columbia, Maryland. Should be a great match. This is the first round of the playoffs. With the Horde taking on the Claws here. So it should be a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. We'll just probably take a couple more minutes to get this thing set up, do some coin flipping, do some map picking, and then we'll get this thing rocking. So stick with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rip it. It doesn't matter at all.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me. Dad, all right, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills. You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, Battle Mercy.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does? So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Fruit Saver!
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. Oh, nice. Go, group in now. Push in. We don't have to. Good game. Good.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are just jumping into Ilios, one of the prettier maps, in my humble opinion. Here you see we start out right here above the point. So this is a control map, which means both teams will be released at the same time from their respective spawns. Team from the left, the team from the right, there's a little landing craft there. They'll venture through the city, come down here, converge on this spot, or the point as they call it, and try to earn 100% in the little ticker right there in the top center before the other team reaches 100%. All right, so our Horde, as I mentioned at the beginning, is made up of Lantern, playing on PC 3. He's going to be running Mercy, Pizza Freak. Actually, his name is Taco Freak now. I guess he developed a favorite food outside of pizza, which is news to me. So he'll be running Junkrat. Weirdo will be running, he will be running, trying to keep track of where everybody's sitting at this point. Weirdo will be running Anna, Hitscan will be running McCree, Kid MDK will be running Reinhardt, and Milk My Sheep will be running Roadhog. And from the Columbia Claws, they're going to be running Sigma, Reinhardt, Soldier 76, Lucio, Junkrat, and Anna. All right, so here's both teams coming up here on point. Battle actually taking place outside of point. It takes a little while for the actual point to unlock anyway. So good opportunity to get some good picks. Kid MDK gets a nice elimination playing Reinhardt. Driving them back, Hitscan playing McCree gets a nice Junkrat elimination. Hitscan gets 1, 2, 3 eliminations actually. Taco Freak, Pizza Freak, as he's better well named, gets elimination. Hitscan, I think he got 4 eliminations out of that first push playing McCree. So stout defense. And for some reason, all push forward, nobody's earning credit. There you go. Yeah, they are earning credit at this point. So 12, 14, 15% at this point. So Horde does a good job deflecting the first initial push by the Claws. But here come the Claws back, pushing in hard. Setting up, letting their team get across this little bridge here. Playing that Reinhardt shield. So they're coming in for the round. Oh, high noon already. Reinhardt, Sigma and Anna elimination. But Hitscan gets taken out by the McCree from the opposing team, the Cole Cassidy. So evens things a little bit, but Milk My Sheep gets elimination on their Ryan, which is going to make it hard to push without their main tank. So they're going to have to go in there and reset for this next push here. So this is the first round of the playoffs. We'll continue into the next round. Probably be at least 2 games next week for the Horde if they win the first one for the championship game. But we'll see how the tournament shakes out from there. Our heroes played earlier today in the gold division. Here comes a Junkrat tire. That goes off right away, taking out the Anna, Soldier 76. Hitscan, Milk My Sheep both get eliminations. Almost a team wipe. Looks like Sigma escaped the melee, but Reinhardt's chasing him down. Is going to be able to send him back to spawn, and the Claws are going to have to try to push again. So as I was saying, a Heroes lost to a tough Midas and Marvels team earlier, so they'll move down to the consolation bracket, but it was a nice fought battle for them. Madison, I think, one of the probably top 3 teams right now, so I'll be interested to see how the rest of this tournament shakes out. We are in overtime. Horde have earned 99% towards point. They did manage to get a Lucio back here to extend overtime. He does, he's holding strong here. Unleashed his beat, which helps him. But Reinhardt, played by Kid MDK, Pizza Freak, going to take out that last remaining member of the Claws and win the first point on Ilios. All right, so good round 1 here. First points go to the Horde. Here's the second point. You can see this is the pit. This is a great hog map for those who like to play hog, because you can hook them and drag them into the whole Lucio. Good Lucio boop map. Lantern, of course, playing his signature Lucio. I'm sure he'll get a couple boops into the pit or off the backside of the point here as well is a good opportunity for that. So looks like Lantern's going to be playing Lucio, Hitscan's playing Cole Cassidy, Pizza Freak's going to be playing Farah, Milk My Sheep's running Zarya, Weirdo's running his main Mercy, and Kid MDK is running Hog. For the Claws, they're going to be running a Hog, Orisa, Soldier 76, Mercy, Farah, and Baptiste. So Mercy on Mercy battle goes in favor of Pizza Freak. Pizza Freak taking out Baptiste. Soldier 76. Hitscan takes out the Mercy of the Claws. Roadhog takes out the Orisa of the Claws. And with the elimination of the Roadhog, they're at a complete reset here. And the Horde are going to push forward to try to hold this initial choke. Farah on Farah battle here, exchanging fires. Actually, McCree takes out the Farah Taco Freak, or Pizza Freak as we know him, takes out the Soldier 76. Nice boot by Lantern to knock the Hog off the side of the map. Hitscan a couple more eliminations, taking out both support characters, so wearing out that back line of the Claws. So they haven't captured point at this point. There we go. They're going back to capture point. And now they're earning credit towards the point. So want to make sure we're not doing anything considered toxic at this point. They were pushed too far forward and kind of lost focus on what they were trying to do. Here comes a high noon by Hitscan. Looks like he doesn't find anybody home there. They did get a contest in there. It looks like somebody worked their way back, but one of the Horde members got back there. Looks like Pizza Freak worked his way back and took them out and moving up here towards the choke. Looks like they've the Claws have switched over to running a Bastion. So we'll get a high view here, see how they plan. You can see it looks like they've got a monkey there. Looks like they're trying to get outside of the chokehold. You got the monkey working their way around there. But looks like the Horde kind of recognized that, working their way back with the Farah. And they do manage to take him out. So 63% on the clock. Nice, another boot by Lantern. Lantern gets another elimination, taking out the monkey. Widowmaker has a little bit of revenge, though. Takes out Weirdo's Mercy. Still at 83, 84% and counting for the Horde. Horde doing it really good, but a couple nice eliminations there by the Claws. Let's see if I can get them back in the, but just no sooner and they look like you're gaining some ground. Lantern knocks two off the side of the map, and they're going to have to reset. Hitscan unleashes his high noon. Let's see if he catches anybody. Doesn't find anybody home. We are in overtime. It is contested. So the Horde does manage to get a couple eliminations, but loses a couple themselves. So Claw's doing a nice job rallying this one. Ball gets knocked in there. Unfortunately for the Claws, that's going to give the Horde an advantage here. A couple nice eliminations there by Kid MDK playing Diva and Hitscan. That's going to make them hard to challenge here. And that's going to do it. So the Horde will win the first map, 2-0. Good round to our friends from down there in Colombia, not too far down the road from us. But we'll go ahead and award the Horde their first map here. And we'll take a short break and come back after we ban some maps and let them pick. So stick around. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are on our second round here with the Claws taking on the Horde from Hanover. Just getting set up here. Eichenwald is the chosen map here. So just working, getting on this set up while the players get ready to pick their players. All right, so for those who aren't familiar, Eichenwald is a hybrid map. That means you need to capture the point. That's one, capture the payload, I should say, and then push that payload down to 2 additional points. So you can see they got to work their way up here under this little ramp area to get to the payload. That would be 1 point, and then push it 2 more points. Traditional hold is down here right around the corner. So typically you try to hold this corner. You can also play high ground or potentially flank from this side, but typically you do the low ground hold back here. Looks like there's a pause. I'm not sure if one of their players dropped out. Might be trying to get some set up something. So looks like they're having a little bit of an issue. So just waiting to see where they're trying to get set up here. Looks like there's a kind of a challenge to the positioning of one of our players. So just waiting for them to get set up here. There's certain glitch points on some of these stall spots or glitch spots, as they call it. So that's kind of why they're trying to figure out where they're going to be positioned and whether that position's legal or not. So they're going to reset up. They're not going to set up in that spot, and we'll get further clarification on that spot. We'll restart the map here and get this thing kicked off. All right, so we'll go back to getting set up again. So again, here's the payload. The spawn point's down this way. All right, so here you can see kind of the where they typically set up. You can also set up a little bit further back and hold this bridge, keep them from trying to flank you through that little corridor there. All right, so for the Horde, we've got a Reinhardt of Moira. Wrecking Ball is going to be played by Taco Freak. Milk My Sheep's going to be playing Farah. Weirdo's going to be playing Doom. And PC6 Kid MDK is going to be playing Ana. Looks like Lantern's going to be playing a Reinhardt this time. So a really significant change in comp. It's still early in the playoffs, so there's some strategy there to trying to kind of shield what your primary comp's going to be when you play some other teams coming up in the next round. All right, so the here comes the Columbia Claws. They're going to be running a Sigma, Brigitte, Reinhardt, Echo, Widowmaker, and an Ana. So again, holding this kind of traditional choke here on the edge, letting them get him close. Milk My Sheep, Pizza Freak, Milk My Sheep with that far gets 2 eliminations there. Couple more eliminations by Reinhardt, played by Lantern. So good job by the whole team. Echo does get elimination on the Doomfist. Good eliminations by the whole team there, minus the Widowmaker. That was pretty much a team wipe at this point. Good eliminations by the whole team there, minus the Widowmaker. That was pretty much a team wipe at this point. Pizza Freak gets a couple eliminations there. Reinhardt, played by Lantern, gets a nice elimination on the Reinhardt from the opposing team. Good sleep there by Anna, played by Kid MDK. Followed up with the elimination on the Brigitte. So Columbia Claws are still relatively new. Obviously, the Horde being our most seasoned team. Good Reinhardt charge. Doesn't find its way home, though, and knocked off the edge by Lantern. Again, another Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle won by the Horde. So they did manage to get back here to the point. The Horde has to rally back and get back here. So good push here by Columbia. But between Milk My Sheep's Pharaoh Ultimate and Pizza Freak getting 1, 2, 3 eliminations, that's going to drive them back to spawn and have them reset here. So a good push by Columbia, but denied by the Horde defense. So here comes Columbia out of spawn again. The Claws doing a better job pushing through spawn here as the Horde kind of falls back, plays closer to the point. So there, Farah unleashes her ultimate, but played as Echo. With her ultimate, allows them to start earning credit towards the point here. They do get close to 2 ticks on the clock. So nicely done so far here by the Columbia Claws to get in there. The mines go off, though, and do some damage to the opposing team there. So the Horde fighting back well off this nice push here by Columbia Claws. They do manage to knock Pizza Freak off the point, and they secure the payload. They get the first point. So good job by Columbia. Looked like the Horde was playing back a little bit and kind of surprised them. Caught them a little bit off guard and allowed them to secure the payload and start their push. All right, so you see they took out the Reinhardt of the Horde. Moira unleashing her ultimate here. Does manage to take out 1, 2 of the opposing players. A couple more eliminations there with Hitscan playing that Moira. And that's going to send the Columbia back to reset and recock for this next fight. You can see Milk My Sheep's playing a Bastion. He's going to be quickly taken out there by Sigma. So their little comp changes here by the Horde being met really well by the Columbia Claws. And giving the Horde a little bit of trouble here as they continue to try to push their payload along this path. All right, they put out some mines. They do take out the Ana, Taco Freak, or Pizza Freak, as he's better well known, playing that ball. Milk My Sheep still playing that Bastion. Does get a couple eliminations on the Echo and the Sigma. And then they take out the Reinhardt there. And that's going to give Horde the control of the payload and allow them to kind of set up their defense. So it looks like Milk My Sheep playing that Bastion has his ultimate. Does get 1, 2 eliminations on the Sombra and the Ana before he's taken out by the Ashe, played by the Claws. The Ashe unleashes Bob. So Bob's doing some damage before they put Bob to sleep there. So the Horde just needs to clear the claws off here. Reinhardt charge misses home, but Hitscan gets a nice elimination. There, Reinhardt takes out the Reinhardt played by Lantern. That's going to allow them to push forward here as they have the payload, but they're fighting back. A couple, 1, 2, 3 eliminations by Pizza Freak there. It's going to make it hard on them. Moira unleashes the ultimate again. They just got to get rid of this the Sombra from the opposing team, which they do. And that is going to do it for the push for the Claws. They do manage to get 1 point and a decent amount of meters out of that push from the first point to the second. So let's see if the Horde's able to match that push. Let's see if they play a similar comp or not. And if the Horde managed to stop or push the payload further than the Claws did, so they'll first have to secure the payload, which will give them the first point, and then they'll have to push it down here around the corner. This payload is going to disappear here in about 2 seconds. There'll be a little gold box there that you can see. That's all the further they have to push the payload in order to win this map and win the match. All right, so it looks like Diva is going to be played by Lantern. Hitscan's playing Cole Cassidy. Pizza Freak's playing Ball. Milk My Sheep's playing Lucio. Weirdo's playing Doom. And Moira is being played by Kid MDK. So again, everybody kind of switching up their comps. And they're going to be going against the defense of the Claws, played by Sigma, Moira, Orisa, May, Torb, and Anna. All right, so here comes the Horde. So Ball getting out there real quick, trying to make a push towards that point. Pizza Freak playing that ball again. A couple nice eliminations by the Torb, played by the Columbia 5 computer. But Weirdo, Milk My Sheep get a couple nice eliminations there to even things up. Columbia playing pretty much on the point. Roadhog there takes out the Sigma of the Claws. Roadhog being played by PC3 by Lantern. Another set of mines laid out here by Pizza Freak playing Ball. Gets elimination on the Moira. Going to concentrate fires on this May to secure this first point. And they should get it before any of the Claws can work their way back. And they do, and they're going to start to push this payload. Let's get over this wall here, see what's going on with the Horde fighting out front of the payload. See, they got a Torb turret out here that they take care of before moving through the wall here, through this gate. You can see that gold box. That's all the further they have to push it to get a victory in this first week of the playoffs. May does get a nice elimination for the Claws on the hit scan, playing Cole Cassidy. But the payload's continuing to push. There's a Torb ultimate. Does take out the Roadhog of the Horde, but the Horde are going to go ahead and push the payload the rest of the way and win this second map of Eichenwald. So great game all around. GG's to our friends in Columbia Claws. Again, they're a newer team on the scene. But they did a good job. They played well, and appreciate them playing us. And the Horde continue into the playoffs, so they'll continue into the next round. We'll have 1 or 2 matches, depending on how the bracket shakes out, and if they win the first round match next week. So outside of that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. A lot of good Overwatch and Rocket League to play. Next week is our final Overwatch week before we move into the next season. So hope to see you then. Thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you next time.